Run Junkies, welcome to day 2 of Rundisney week as we prepare for Walt Disney World Marathon weekend. Yesterday, I walked you through parts of the virtual event guide for 2018, and today I'm going to talk you through some of the finer points and details of each of the course maps so you can make your race day a success. The pre-race information page outlines so many of the details that you need before you even start your race day, so please check that out in the event guide. For the gear bag check, at the expo, you should have received a clear plastic drawstring bag that your t-shirts came in. That is the bag you must use for gear check. Now, if you can get by without it, I personally recommend not bringing a gear bag. It's just one more thing to deal with before and after your race. And there will be security checkpoint areas, and every bag is subject to search, so it just slows down the process to get in to begin with. If you do bring a gear bag, do not leave any valuables inside it when you check it. Now, here's a pre-race tip from a lot of veteran runners. Bring a ditchable layer to the start area. These races start really early in the morning, and at that time of day, it can be very cold, a little bit chilly out. So it might be helpful to have something to keep yourself warm before the start, and then as you start running, you can drop it along the side of the road. What happens then is the volunteers will come by, gather all of those up, and donate them to a charity. You might have something in your own closet already that you were planning on donating, so that might be a great option for you. You could also go to a thrift store and pick up a sweatshirt, sweater, or jacket for just a few dollars. Bring it with you, and then it just goes right back to charity. As I said yesterday, bus transportation runs between all resort hotels, so the Swan and Dolphin Hotel and the Shades of Green Hotel, to the start and finish areas. The monorail will be running the mornings of the half and the full on Saturday and Sunday mornings, and I will get to that when I start talking about those races. Your bib is your entry into the corral area. Make sure that that bib is clearly pinned to your clothing, or you have a bib belt. If you are participating in a challenge, you won't get a bib for every single race. Instead, for the Goofy Challenge runners, you will get one bib for both races. For Dopey Challenge runners, you will get 2 bibs for all 4 races. So please don't wrinkle or fold those bibs. Make sure you take very good care of them in between races, because if that timing tag gets bent or warped a little bit, it may compromise the timing tag on the bib. So let's get into the race courses.
The start staging area for all races takes place in the Epcot Wonderlot. Buses drop you off east of security, and you are funneled into a large gathering area. There will be a DJ, and on either side of the stage are character photo opportunities. The lines for these guys get pretty long, so you may not have time for all of them before the race starts, but they will be out after the races.
Let's break this down into the 5K and 10K start and finishes first. Both of these races start at 5:30 a.m. This is a change from the 2017 race, so please remember that the 5K does start at 5:30. Now, as of this shooting, corral layouts were not yet posted, but the thing I want to emphasize is that you really do want to get to those buses early. For the 5K and the 10K, you must be on a bus no later than 4 a.m. in order to get to your start corral on time, but those buses start running at 3 a.m. and sometimes they will even be sitting outside your resort hotel before that, so you can get on a bus prior to 3 a.m. I think the first bus leaves at 3 a.m. Getting on your bus early just helps spread time out for you as you get to your corrals.
The 5K race starts with a quick mile around the Epcot parking area into the backstage areas under Test Track. Then a quick tour around Epcot, and there is one water stop as you enter World Showcase between Norway and China. Around World Showcase, you may find a few character selfie stations and lots of photo pass opportunities. You turn out of Epcot at the International Gateway, backstage briefly, then back in at the Rose and Crown. You turn into Future World with a quick out and back past Soarin', then out to the finish line.
This race is quick with a lot going on in a short period of time. So have fun with this, and frankly, take your time. Don't rush through it. And there are a couple of reasons why I say that. The first reason is that the 5K is not timed, and there are a lot of opportunities for families to run together. There's just a lot going on. The second reason is that the buses at the end of the race actually can't start running until all of the runners have cleared the first half mile of the course. So even if you're in the first corral and you blast through, you might be waiting for a long time before you can get on a bus back to your hotel. So just take your time with it and have fun.
The 10K corrals are in the same area as the 5K corrals, but the difference here is that you spend some time about the first half of the race out on the roads around Epcot. Look for lots of great characters in the first couple of miles. There is one hairpin turn at mile 1, which will have some bottlenecking around it, and then a water stop just short of mile 2. You enter into World Showcase, and the course is the same as the 5K here, with a water station just as you enter Epcot. Once you are back out the International Gateway, you then go all the way around the boardwalk area and past yacht and beach club resorts. There is a water stop at the end of the boardwalk at about mile 4.5. You enter back into Epcot at Great Britain and you run straight out to the finish line. Keep an eye out for photo ops with characters out on the roads and in the parks. The backstage areas don't always have a lot going on, but you might see some entertainment.
One note of caution about the 10K in particular, the boardwalk area is particularly slippery, especially if it's wet, so please be careful with your footing there. Moving on to the half and full marathons, that's Saturday and Sunday respectively. Bus and monorail starts operations at 3 a.m. And the event guide suggests that if you are taking the monorail, that you be on the monorail no later than 3:30 a.m. in order to make it to your corral start in time. Like I said earlier, if you get to where the buses are picking you up before the first one even leaves, you are giving yourself a lot of time and a relaxed morning at the start area. I am not going to talk a lot about driving in, but if you are doing so, please check the event guide, because what it does suggest is that you should expect significant delays, especially for the longer races, the half and the full marathons. In some cases, they may start closing roads as early as 11 p.m. the night before. Race start for the half and the full marathons is again at 5:30 a.m. Now the staging area for the half and the full marathons is in the same place as it was for the 5K and the 10K, but the big difference is that you have a 20-minute walk from that staging area out to the corrals. And that right there is why you want to be on the bus early. Looking at the corral maps, there are fewer corrals this year, but that doesn't mean there are fewer people. Each corral will be broken down into several mini waves, so 100 or 200 people will go every couple of minutes or so. This allows the runners to spread out and avoid congestion in those first few miles. There's not nearly as much dodging and weaving right away.
Okay, so the half marathon is uncharted territory for me since it was canceled last year, but here it goes. Basically, it's out to Magic Kingdom and back. Your first 4 miles are on open road until you pass the Ticketing and Transportation Center and enter around mile 5 through the front gate of Magic Kingdom. You turn right into Tomorrowland, then run counterclockwise through the park, coming out from Cinderella's castle. There are PhotoPass photographers here, as well as a photo stop in front of the castle proper. You then exit at mile 6 near Big Thunder Mountain Railroad, then you go backstage again and then onto open road, where you will find a nutrition stop just past mile 8. They will have Jelly Belly sport beans there. You run up a cloverleaf turn, then into Epcot's main gate, a quick turnaround, and then back out to the finish line. There are 9 aid stations with water and Powerade, lots of support on the course. While it may feel like there's a lot of open road, Rundisney adds a character stop or photo opportunity frequently throughout the course. The 25th anniversary Walt Disney World Marathon is the motherlode, traveling through all 4 parks over 26.2 miles. The first 8 miles of this follow the exact same route as the half marathon, so I won't cover that again. Around mile 9, though, the course heads toward Animal Kingdom with an out and back near the greenhouses. Before entering into Animal Kingdom, you might see some of the animals out for a fun photo op. You then drop into Animal Kingdom. Now, I have to admit, I'm a little disappointed the course isn't going through the new Pandora area like it did with the Wine and Dine races, but I guess I'll just have to ride Expedition Everest. If the park is open, the rides will be running, and this is the perfect time to jump in the single rider line for this. I am so doing that. Then out to the parking lot where the next 8 miles are open road and the ESPN Wide World of Sports complex. There are bands and entertainment out there, but not much in the way of characters here. You'll see the Toy Story Drill Sergeant at mile 22, though. Then it's into Hollywood Studios, where it's fine to take candy from strangers. There will be cast members and volunteers handing out chocolate and other candy here. They will never taste so good as they do right here. Then it's a quick trip through Hollywood Studios, then up to the boardwalk along the path. This gets a little congested in here, so please be careful and considerate. Once around the boardwalk, you are back into Epcot for the last couple of miles. Some people might want a beer or a margarita here. It's a thing. Then out to the race finish for 26.2 miles of amazing. There are 19 aid stations with water and Powerade, and food stops with bananas, sport beans, and candy, plus a sponge station if it's warm out. I'm not going to talk much about the kids' races at ESPN Wide World of Sports. Those do take place on Friday and Saturday. The dashes start as early as 10:30 a.m. and the Mickey Mile starts at 1 p.m. More details are in the guide, and please check out this video I did a while back about the frequently asked questions for the kids' races. Okay, the big party may be over when you cross the finish line, but the after party is just as nuts. The finishers area has quite a bit going on. Grandstand seating is full to the brim. The cheer squad is going to be right there at the timing mats. Characters as well as PhotoPass will be right there at the finish line. Here's my tip for getting good pictures across that finish line. Run through the finish line. Don't stop and turn off your watch as soon as you hit that timing mat. Just keep running through it. Get your arms in the air, keep your head up. You will get some fantastic pictures. Oftentimes there are PhotoPass photographers way beyond the finish line that are getting a shot of you with the timer behind you. You'll get funneled through to get your medals, and if you need it, there's a medical tent right there at the finish line. After that, you can pick up hydration of water and or Powerade, and if you are a goofy or a dopey runner, you will receive your challenge medals there. Grab a snack box and a banana before you capture your victory with a PhotoPass photographer. If you checked a bag, you will pass those gear bag check areas, so grab that. And then you are back out in the reunion area, in the start staging area where you started your day. The DJ's probably still running and the characters will still be out. So if you missed a picture earlier that morning, or you want a picture with your medals, that's a great time to do it. Each race has a theme. In order, it's the 5K has Pluto, the 10K is Minnie, the half marathon is Donald, and the full marathon is Mickey. Then you also have Goofy and Dopey out there. There are also several other characters that will be out there as well, but those are the big ones. This area is also the best place to meet your support crew, but it is big, so have a plan ahead of time. My personal suggestion is that you look in the middle of this reunion area. There will be flags that have letters of the alphabet on there. It's in a big, wide open space. There are big flags. You really can't miss it. You can view your PhotoPass pictures within even a few hours of your race finish on the My Disney Experience app. To claim your race photos, you can follow the instructions on the back of your bib to enter your bib ID. The IDs look like this, and you will replace the X's with your bib number. So that is all I have for the course walkthrough. A couple final notes about Walt Disney World Marathon Weekend. These events are like no other, so slow down, take your time, enjoy the experience. On the flip side of that though, there are a lot of people. The participant field is huge. This is still an athletic event with significant challenges, so please make sure you are taking care of yourself before, during, and after your races, and please don't take this endeavor lightly. Over the next couple of days during Run Disney Week, I will be talking about managing park time before and during race weekend, also how to taper for an event like this, and then lastly, I will be talking about prepping for travel, because that's another animal entirely. If you have questions about course maps or anything I talked about yesterday, please leave questions and comments in the box below. If you like this video, please give me that thumbs up and subscribe. You don't want to miss any more of Run Disney Week. That's it for me today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Get out there, go find your awesome. Until next time, happy running.